back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Today I've got a broken blind deal right here, snapped off. Now this particular set of blinds is not so easy to change the sprocket gears. This particular set of blinds has this grommet deal that once you take it apart often needs to be replaced. Now I'm going to be showing you a couple ways to get around this and what you can do. This whole job is probably going to be a lot easier if I pop this valance down, and I think you guys will be able to see better, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here's my blind slat, which has actually been repaired. I think I showed in another video. And let's see how I can, oh yeah, I've probably showed you guys this one in previous videos as well, so you can take these apart to where we like it. But this you just unhook and lift from the top, and unhook and lift from the top, and then we can take the whole thing off just like so. There we go. And set that down. Okay, and that gives us free and clear access, so I can show this to you guys a little easier. Now, sometimes, well, this can be pretty tricky. What I'm going to show you today is how you can drill a hole in the top to get right to your sprocket so that you can change out the gear. That's about the easiest way to do these. Then you don't have to mess with the end grommet deal, and then you can pop it through and change it out. Now if you didn't want to do that, I'm going to show you another way, because what you could actually do, especially if you have enough room, is link these two sets of gears together just far enough to mimic the spacing that's already existing on your blinds, and then that way you could still get full coverage. So I'm going to show you that here. And this one has a little stop right here, but the stop is kind of further over than we want it, so I'll move that. And the stop's not working so well, so we may need a new C-clip stop. That's a different story. No big deal there. But what we want here is to be able to bring it to about right here, and we can use a piece of wire right through the front, in theory, right here. You're probably not even able to see where my piece of wire is. There it is. Anyway, we're going to go through right here and bring it over. And I kind of need two hands myself, so I'm going to set you down here and hope that you can see. Anyway, once we get it right, then we can bend our wire around and down. And it's probably going to be easier if I bend both pieces of wire just like this and just like this. And then we can pass that up and through. And it's probably even easier with some thinner wire. And it's probably easier if I straighten the first side. But you get the idea here. There's one way you can do it if you didn't want to mess with. So we just wrap that around, wrap that one around, this one around. And tuck it up enough so that it's not going to hang up on our line slats. On either side. And there we go. Now we've got just a quick makeshift anchor. And now, in theory, we can just operate the blinds like normal. And as long as you've got full window coverage, you're done. And of course that can be tidied up a bit and you know, made to work a little bit better. But that's the story there. No big deal. Just a quick, easy fix. Now let me show you the other way. Okay, this is a good and, you know, valid, quick way. But if you didn't have enough coverage, or if you just didn't like that and you wanted to replace this properly, what we've got is our new gear here. And what you got to do is push these up, and they push out. So you push it up and it just pushes out. And you want the back of it towards the back of the white here. And you just kind of want to mimic what you have on your existing position of your existing gear. So this I'm going to pull back out. I'm going to save it just in case I need it. But I'm going to pull that out. There we go. And now we're going to slide this over, and we're going to drill a hole right here. And our hole is going to be a tiny bit towards the front.
On this particular set, it's actually better to have your hole centered.
So as long as we make a big enough hole, we can push our deal up through and make it work. So, here goes that. So I got a pretty small drill bit and then a much larger drill bit. And we're going to drill our hole. Now, of course, I don't want to go too deep. Just nice and shallow, because there's no distance till our deal. Now, what I'm going to do is scoot it over just so I don't hit the deal down below. So I just scooted it over and move it a little this way. And just not pressing it off. But even that was pressing too much. Okay, even that was pressing a little too much, but glad that I moved my deal so I wouldn't hit anything. And now I'm going to change to my bigger drill bit. And this is probably much bigger than I need to go, but it's just going to make it nice and easy in theory. That is probably all that I need. Not the prettiest deal. Anyway, now we can slide it over, and oh man, I'm way off. I'm actually too far this way. So I should have thought that through a little bit better, as it's actually more centered. So I'm going to regroup and redo it a little bit back. I could change position a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not visible or anything. I can move this back here a little bit more rather than having a weaker area. It almost doesn't matter where it is. So I'm going to do it right here and move it forward. And again, I'm trying not to push too hard. Okay. And before I get too far, let's see. I think it's going to line up better. Oh. Anyway, change my drill bit. get it done. Guess I'll peek now if that's good. It looks good. Okay. We're in, we're through. Got a nice clean straight hole and it's right above our deal. So now I'm going to pop this up and through. Okay. You can see our deal right there. Okay. And now it's going to be popping the bit up and through. And we're going to move you here. And I'm probably going to use my screwdriver to kind of push up and through. That one doesn't want to pop up and through. That's kind of how they are sometimes, a little stubborn. There we go. Popped it up. Let's see if we can pull it out. There it is right there. Should be pretty easy, in theory. And this time we'll be able to kind of look, you know, where our gear is positioned so that we can line our new one up. As long as I don't bump it too easily. Switch my screwdriver to a little thinner one that I can pass up and through. And I'm actually hitting the metal a little bit. But that's okay. I'll move it. Move the gear, and there we are. And our opening is facing this way. So I'll just mimic that on our new gear. So here's our new gear. Our opening will be facing this way. And put it down and through. Theory. Come on, buddy. There it is. Down and through, and then on the bottom, we can either push it from the top here, or I can push it from the bottom.
Pull it from the bottom.
Can't see it all that well, because I moved it. So I think I'm pushing it down from the top, and we're in. All right. That's about the easiest way to change these out. You know, you can do it from the side, then you got to slide the whole head rail over, but when it comes to something like this, because of these, you know, end cap grommets, it's much easier just to drill a hole, and then you can always use that hole again because you can slide anything as long as it's, you know, about halfway between the center.
On the stack up side.
You can move it over to replace the deals if you ever need to. Okay. And now we are properly fixed, and we can turn it and verify everything turns good. And that's how you can change this particular style of blind gears out. And that's how you can change this particular style of blind stems out. So now here's our blind deal. And I can rehang it here. There we go. We're rehung. Now we're all fixed, 100%. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. And now I can just put my balance back up. We're good to go. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Okay, got my balance back up just by putting the top on first. Push the bottom back on. Push the bottom back on. And we're good there. Wrap it around. We're all set there. And this we can position away from the wall as far as we want to so that it doesn't hit the blinds and mess up the blinds turning ability. We don't want it hanging up. So these, we don't want putting too much pressure, so I can push the button, slide it forward just a hair until I get it to a spot where the valance won't be pushing on the blinds at all, because that'll prematurely wear it out. So go another one forward so that nothing is pushing on there. So even one more. One or two more. There we go. And now we're not touching. And we'll do the same on this one here. All right. That's great. And it gives it a little more oomph. Okay. Now we're good to go. Line's all fixed. Just gonna get my drill back. Make sure there's nothing else stuck up there. And we're good to go. Yay! Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out.